Hello and welcome back to Fox's Reality for everything gaming and VR related. So UEVR is finally out and we're being told that we have access to 11,000 new VR games. How is that even possible? And what even is EUVR? What the hell is going on? Well, we're going to talk all about that and more. So let's roll the intro and get right into today's video. Alright, so PreyDog created a new mod called UEVR, which stands for the Unreal Engine Virtual Reality Mod. Essentially, this mod is some kind of wizard-like magic that can turn any game in quotes of course, into a VR game. I'm talking straight flat games into full 3D VR experiences, some with full 6 degrees of motion. And by that, I mean full motion controls, with a little bit of fiddling that is, but seriously, this mod is so insane, and it's almost too easy to set up. It's as easy as downloading the mod, the link is going to be in the description if I don't forget it, and then downloading a game that runs on the Unreal Engine 4 or 5. Then you inject the mod, you put on your headset, and you're off to the races in the most basic flat to VR experience. And just like that. But if you want more, you're gonna have to play with the settings. And play with the settings can be a little bit hard. I'm talking you're gonna be going in there changing like the camera and how your character mesh works, or what is there and what isn't, and what's not gonna clip, or how all this works, like kind of like a developer yourself. But the freedom that this mod gives you to make these changes is so insane. But I guess that's what's crazy about this mod, is that the more you put into it, the more you're given back. And trust me, I'm an idiot. If I can figure out how to do this, then so can you. If you want to not even figure out how to do this yourself, there is an entire community creating profiles that they have fiddled with to make VR work in a specific way that you're looking. If you don't want to figure it out, you can play the waiting game and someone else will figure it out for you. But is there really 11,000 new VR games with the use of this mod? Well, of course not. Kind of. Yes? No? I'm not really sure. Okay, hear me out. This is how I think with this. Is that with any game running the Unreal 4 or 5 engine, it should work. Some just don't, like Lego Fortnite for example. I couldn't get it to work, even on a private server, just nothing. But there's an entire list of almost 700 games tested by the Flat to VR team, showing what games do and don't work. Some great, some a little iffy, some just flat out don't work. Easy as that, they just work. Don't mind me, I'll just quote Tom Howard over here.
It just works.
But yes, this isn't always going to be a hop in and use the mod and play. If there's a game that isn't on the list, or some obscure game that only you and a handful of people know, you're going to have to go in and do the work yourself. As amazing as this mod is not going to completely hold your hand. There's some hoops to hop through, some hands that just aren't going to be held. But that's kind of the beauty of this mod. Once you get it, it's not only awesome, but you get a sense of accomplishment. Like, I kind of just made a VR game, and that alone is completely wild. And not every game is gonna work. Not every setting is gonna work. VR is so much more demanding to run than flat games. So keep in mind that just because someone else got something to run, it doesn't mean that you're gonna get it to run. Systems and settings are different. There's thousands and thousands of different system configurations out there. So just keep in mind and keep the limitations of your hardware in the back of your mind, so you don't push or get too upset about something not working. But back to my other question. I guess technically, if you add up every demo, every game, and every indie game that's been made in Unreal Engine 4 or 5, then maybe it's close to 11,000. Or maybe more. I really don't know. This opens so many insane possibilities, it's mind-boggling. But again, not everything is gonna work. And what about platforms? Does it matter where you get the games? Well, no. It doesn't matter if it's on Game Pass or Steam or G2A or Indiegogo or wherever you get these games. If the engine is running in Unreal Engine 4 or 5, the software is more than likely probably just gonna work. I wish I could explain how they made this, but it's almost flawless. But let's take a game like Atomic Hearts for example. You see, I loaded the game, I started it up, and I played like any VR game using this mod, without 6DOF of course. But the software already maps the game's controls to the touch controllers, so they just work like a gamepad. But sometimes flat to VR just does not translate well. And Atomic Hearts made me physically ill after using this mod. And I was even using a pre-made profile made by the people who made the list of games that work, by the flat to VR development team. Alright, so I've been playing VR for like 5 years now, and I've never gotten motion sick from VR. But Atomic Hearts using the UEVR mod has fucked my shit up. So it's probably good to keep noted that if you're using this mod, be wary. I'm gonna eat food now so I can live. Yeah, real me was kind of going through it after Atomic Hearts, but look at this. 2, just a flat first-person shooter. It works as soon as the mod is injected. Look at this. Check it. Took 5 minutes of me playing with the settings, and then bam. Now, here I am playing the game with 6 DOF. And for the most part, once you figure out how to do it in one game, you can use that knowledge, use common sense, and apply it to other games running in UE4 or 5. I truly believe this is a changing point in VR. This is absolutely going to change the game for us. What modding and gamers as a unit can achieve when given the right tools. What's next? What engine can we tackle next for VR? And this has only been out for a few days. There's no telling what and where this is going to go. Now, I play a lot of VR, way more than a normal person should, man. But when I tell you VR isn't going to be the same after this isn't a joke. The game is changed, and it's UEVR we got to thank for it. Or maybe just Praydog himself. Praydog, you are a literal genius. Thank you for the masterpiece of software that you have developed and created. And with that being said, I'm going to go play some more games. I'm glad that you guys have sat here and listened to me rant about this, but I'm going to go play some more UE games. So thank you for watching. This has been Foxy's Reality, and I will see you in the next video.